And what I'm about to tell you happened just 3 weeks ago. One night, my husband Rayan came home from work holding a small box in his hand. With a big smile, he said, "I got something for you." I was curious and opened the box. It was a video baby monitor, the expensive kind with a live screen. I laughed and asked him, "Aren't you tired of me checking on Zara at 3 a.m. every night?" He chuckled and replied, "Maybe just a little." I thought this might help both of us sleep better. I smiled and agreed. "All right, let's set it up." That night, we placed the camera in baby Zara's nursery. I made sure it pointed straight at her crib. Then I put the monitor on my bedside table. As I lay down, I kept watching the live feed, our little baby sleeping so peacefully. My heart felt full, and I slowly drifted off to sleep. Suddenly, I woke up. I didn't know why. Maybe a sound, or maybe mother's instinct. I grabbed the monitor. The screen showed Zara sleeping, same as before, face turned to the side, her tiny arms curled up like a little angel. I smiled. She was safe. I put the monitor back and went to sleep again. The next night, as Rayan and I were getting ready for bed, I asked him, "Did you hear anything weird from Zara's room last night?" He looked confused. "No, what kind of weird?" "I thought I heard scratching, or maybe a faint noise." Rayan frowned. "Maybe we've got mice again." That made me feel uneasy. "I think I'll sleep in her room tonight, just to be safe." He shook his head. "That's why we have the monitor, Sana. You're just worrying too much." I didn't want to argue, but I felt off. Still, I gave in and went to bed. My eyes snapped open again. I reached for the monitor. There was baby Zara, sleeping peacefully, back turned, soft hair messy from sleep. I sighed, placed it back down, and closed my eyes. Then, something made me open them again. Now Zara was facing the camera, eyes closed, cheeks puffed, lips slightly open, still peaceful, but something didn't feel right. "Relax," I whispered to myself. "She's fine. She's okay. Just sleep." Then I heard it. A cry. Not from the monitor, but from the room itself. Loud and sharp. My heart dropped. I stared at the screen. Zara hadn't moved, but the crying continued. How could that be? I jumped out of bed and ran straight to her room. Jerked away from her. I screamed. A woman, someone I had never seen before, was standing near Zara's crib. Her skin looked pale, her hair messy and wild. She didn't say a word, just turned around and climbed out the open window in one smooth motion. I ran to the crib and scooped Zara into my arms. She was safe. Thank God. Rayan came rushing in, half asleep and confused. "Sana, what happened?" "Call the police. Someone was in here," I shouted. As I held my daughter tight against me, something on the baby monitor caught my eye. The red recording light was blinking, and something was placed in front of the camera. I walked over and picked it up. It was a photograph, a printed photo of Zara, peacefully sleeping in the exact same position. That woman had covered the live feed with a fake image, so we wouldn't see what she was doing. She had been in the room, watching my baby, while we were sleeping just a few feet away. Please be careful. Trust your instincts, because sometimes technology hides more than it shows.